are on the chapter 3, section 3, and the last section of the chapter 3, which we talked about in the previous lessons. We talked about cells and what was the cell? Can anyone help Hedy?
Cells, the smallest unit in the life.
Smallest unit of life. What this photo or image related to the cell? How is it related to the cell? How the bricks related to the cells? Yes, Iris.
I think those are cells.
Those are what?
Cell walls.
Cell walls.
For
And
example,
there are cells of human body, for example.
can I see it?
Yes, Iris.
Oh, sure. So, like, let's say the basic unit, the basic structure of a house is bricks, and the basic structure of a human is cells.
Good, thank you so much. Basically, when you start to build a building or a city, you start from the bricks. And the bricks after bricks make the whole building, okay? So basically, it contains thousands or billion of cells, or might be contain only one single cell. How this related? How there's organisms that contain only one cell? Let's see. Basically, we have two types of organization. The first one, we call it unicellular organization or unicellular organisms. And the second one, we call it multicellular or multicellular organisms. Basically, the unicellular organisms, this type of organization of the cell, contain only one single cell. Only one single cell can handle all the function of the cell itself alone. Okay? So basically, the cell itself and alone can handle all the functions of the cell. For example, like which type of cell? Yes? Prokaryotes. For example, we have bacteria. Bacteria contain only one cell, and inside that cell, they are performing all the functions. And we have many types of the single cell, or we call it unicellular cells or organisms. For example, paramecium, amoeba, and the chlamydomonas, okay? And this one is type of algae. The second one and the second organization is multicellular organism or organization. So basically, this type of organization is like a bricks of the building. It's the same as that. Why? Because every single cell help itself? No, helping each other. So we are using the term helping each other in which type? In the type of multicellular organism. For example, the octopus. The octopus might contain the billion of cells, okay? So those billion of cells helping each other, and they can handle functions of the cell, of the organisms, okay? How they can do that? How they can help each other? Let's see. So basically, depend on that graph, we have something we call it muscle cell. We have what? Muscle cell. So muscle cell itself can handle its what? Its functions. But it can't live alone, okay? With help of the other muscle cells, it will become muscle tissue. So basically, the amount of or bunch of the cells can make a tissues. For example, if the cells were muscle cells, they became what? Muscle tissue. So the first level of the organization is cell. What is the after cell? Tissues. Okay. What is after tissues? What is after tissues? Yes, Hannah? Organs. We have organs, which is the third level of the organization. Basically, the organ, for example, like heart. We have heart as the example for the what? Organ. Okay, if we have something, a model for heart, basically here, this is what? This is not tissue alone. This is not cell. This is organ. So basically, the organ contains 4 tissues. The heart contains how many tissues? 4 tissues. First one, it contracts. So the term contract related to which type of tissue? Let's see. We have 4 types of tissue. We have connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. So the contraction of the muscles related to which type of the tissue? Of course, muscle tissue areas. Muscle tissue is the type of tissue that contains many types of cells. Which type of cells? Muscle cells. And we have it on what? On the organ we call it heart. If we don't have the muscle tissue, how the heart contracts? It won't, okay? Good. What about the surface? What about the structure? How it protects the heart? What protecting the heart? The connective tissue, putting them together. So basically we have many cells in the heart, but they have to be put together, okay? We can put them together by what? Connective tissue. Okay. We have another type of tissue which is smart and should be transmitting by signals. What is related to signals, Rabiat? Nervous tissue, thank you. So basically, every single messenger or every single signals or any transmission from brain and nervous tissue or nervous system can transmit it through heart by what? Which type of tissue? Nervous tissue. Good. And the last one is epithelial tissue. What the epithelial means? Epithelial means the skin. How it's related to heart? The skin related to heart because the skin should have layers of what? Protection. Layers of what? Membranes. So those membranes contain which type of cells? For example, skin cells. And those skin cells is from the epithelial tissue. Good. Basically, in the last section, we said that cells came in many ways and in many shapes, but what is the exact cell contains? Exact cell contains. We have many structures in the cell, and which type of cell is this one? Eukaryotic cell, because it contains a nucleus, okay? So basically, they contain plasma membrane, which is separating the interior from the outside environment. What about the cytoplasm? The cytoplasm is which type of?
It's like a food for the organs inside.
Good, good. It's a fluid, okay? It's the fluid that contains organelles. And we said that organelles is smaller than what? Organs. Smaller than what? Organs. The term should be memorized. Good. What about the nucleus? Nucleus is the main structure of the eukaryotic cell because they contain chromosomes and hereditary materials. Hereditary materials like what? DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay? Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, centrosome, mitochondria, ribosome, lysosome, and peroxisome, cytoskeleton, and vacuole. Basically, the ribosome is the house of making proteins. And what is the basic unit of protein? Amino acids. Okay. So what is the peroxisome's function? They are dissolving any type of toxins that entered your cell that can be damaged to what? To the cell itself. They are dissolving them. Yes, Arias.
So is it like white cell? No, white blood cells?
So basically, white blood cells working in the blood vessels. They are working in what? Blood vessels. But inside the cells, inside the cells, we are talking about the cellular level. Inside the cell, which part can dissolve the toxins and release the toxin outside the cell? Peroxisome. Yes.